Hey, what up, y'all? Mr. Cruz here, your friendly neighborhood producer, back with another video. And in today's video, I wanted to piggyback off of a topic I had previously talked about, which was buying beats. And I want to talk to y'all about whether you should buy exclusives or whether you should buy leases. Let's go. As a musician, if you're really trying to take things seriously, and obviously if you're trying to make a living from it, you want to treat yourself, your personality, your persona as a business. Obviously, businesses have expenses. And in your case, one of your expenses might be purchasing beats. And it really comes down to what kind of license are you going to get, which one is right for you, which one can you afford versus which one is going to be more profitable for you. So most producers are going to either offer you leases or they're going to offer you exclusive. If you're leasing a beat, that means that you get to purchase that beat, but that beat still remains on that producer's beat store or on their website. So any other artist can also purchase that beat and release a song to the same beat that you just purchased. If you purchase an exclusive, however, that means that when you purchase that beat automatically gets removed from that producer's catalog or their website or their store. And any other artist that has previously purchased that beat can no longer use that beat. They no longer have the rights because you have purchased the exclusive rights to that beat. Obviously, nobody in the future is going to be able to buy it, but people who have already purchased it in the past are no longer allowed to use it. It's kind of a weird system because that essentially means like they wasted their money. So which one should you get? Which one is right for you, a lease or exclusive? Now, typically leases tend to be cheaper and exclusives tend to be a lot more expensive because on the producer's end, they can lose revenue by exclusively selling you a product that they could have continued to monetize or continue to sell to other people. Think of it like if Kanye only sold one single stem player. Chances are he would have sold it for like tens of millions of dollars. But by making it accessible to everybody, that means it's going to be cheaper, so he can potentially make more money in the long run. And this is typically why producers tend to charge more money for exclusive licenses. How much? Really depends. I know people who sell them for $500. I know people who sell exclusives for $1,000. I know people who sell exclusives for $50. Now, leases are traditionally going to be cheaper than that, and you have several different options. So you have MP3s that you can buy for really, really cheap. You have waves that are a little bit more expensive, and you have like track outs. Sometimes people have like premium ones, whatever the case is, but they're going to be less expensive. What does that mean for you as a business entity? If you're a musician who's trying to do this for a living, which one should you buy? If I was in your shoes, I would go strictly for leases. I would purchase leases because leases are cheap, especially if that producer has mixed it and arranged it the way I like. I see no problem with buying an MP3 and then using that on my album. I'm going to be saving so much money. Instead of spending anywhere from like $100 to like $1,000 on a single beat for my album, I can spend $20 on an MP3 and then use that money that I save for videos, for graphics, for promotional material, maybe for collabs, for Instagram or Facebook ads. And all of those things kind of go to building my exposure and building my presence online, which is going to expand my audience, which is going to expand my streams and my popularity. And then as that cycle kind of continues to grow, I can eventually afford to start buying exclusives. Now, again, the reason why I say this is because if we're talking about you as a musician, in line with a business practice, your business has expenses, and whatever product you sell needs to be able to recoup those expenses so that way you're not in the red. So let's say, for example, you put out a single, you bought an exclusive for, let's say, $100. You paid somebody $100 for cover art or for graphics, and let's say you put $200 towards running some ads to promote this song. Now, I'm not going to do the math, but boom, there you go. That's how much money you have just spent on this one song that you want to blow up because you believe in the song, you believe in yourself, you obviously believe in your capabilities. This is great that you're investing in yourself to be able to, pursue your dream. Now, let's think of it like this. That song ends up getting 10,000 streams. 10,000 streams is going to give you about $40. This is how much you are in the red. Now let's change that number around and let's say instead you bought a $20 MP3 lease. Boom. Now look at how much you have to recoup, right? It's significantly less. So if you continue to buy exclusives for EPs and full-length albums, that number is going to be a lot bigger. However, if you buy, cheaper leases, then that number is going to get significantly smaller over time because unlike cover art or ads, when you're talking about a full-length album or you're talking about an EP, you're going back to buy beats like 5, 6, 7, sometimes even 20 times for a single album, but you're probably only going to pay a graphic designer one single time in order to create cover art. You're going to pay for ads. Obviously, you have a bucket of money that you're going to pay for ads. Beats is going to be like this continuous stream of expenses that is going to just continue and continue and continue to grow. So that's why I say if you're an independent artist, if your platform is much, much smaller, then I would go for the leases over the exclusives. And then as your platform continues to grow and as you can kind of continue to afford those exclusives, then move over and venture into those exclusives, because eventually what you want to be able to do is to have your music pay for itself. And then eventually you can reevaluate and start to make money and make some revenue from music. Now, granted, I'm only talking about music and I'm only talking about one single platform, right? If you have a YouTube channel that's monetized, that's great. You're earning money there. If you have your music on multiple different platforms, that's great. You're earning revenue from all of those. If you're selling merch or if you're selling features, you're earning money there. But as a business, you have to understand that in order for you to grow, you have to be able to figure out a way to cut expenses without cutting quality, so that you can have more money to be able to do more things to grow your business. Now, I don't want to talk anymore because I could literally sit here and talk about this for hours and hours and hours on end. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it there. I'm not trying to shame or scare people into like not buying exclusives. If you feel like very proud and you believe in yourself and you don't want anybody else to have those beats that you're rapping over, that's cool. No shame in that. Definitely do your thing. But if you've never considered the idea of like, maybe I could spend less money on beats so that I can have more money to be able to spend on other aspects of my music career, then this is obviously for you. If you feel like you've learned something, make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment below, let me know what you think. Also, if you've never bought beats before, if you're kind of like nervous or kind of confused about the whole process of what that really means, click this video right here. Other than that, it's your boy Mr. Cruz, out.